Hey guys, it's Weslebear here, and bringing you another Skyrim video today, as I promised. I'm actually going to bring you two, you lucky people. This first one is not going to be a master difficulty dragon priest kill. This is just a little sort of tips and tricks video for power leveling, alteration, and restoration, which I thought I would do since just sort of got to the point where I can do them easily, and well, I'm in just before where I'm about to do my other video, killing Morokai, the second dragon priest that I'm going to kill. Anyway, as you may notice, if any of you have done the Major Skill quest, I am in Labyrinthian, which you enter here, which is, you will have to do the College of Winterhold quest line for this to work. One of the last quests, which is an unfortunately short quest line, so it shouldn't take you too long to get to, is to find the Staff of Magnus in the Labyrinthian. And fairly early on, you'll fight in this room a skeletal dragon. Fucking cool fight, pretty good shit. But after you've done that, I'm going to show you where to go. You continue on through here. I've already been ahead and sort of killed everything, just testing this out. And you enter the Labyrinthian Chasm. Alright. Continuing to your right, there'll be an enemy in here, and a wall of ice here, which you destroy with some fire. You make your way down. The way you're supposed to go is over there. Go down there and down there. However, if you diverge off this way, you'll have to deal with one enemy there and another, I think, a shock trap or a shock rune on the door, so watch out for that, and then another Draugr in here, but they're fairly easy. Now this is where the fun is. There's an alchemy table and an enchanting table if you want to do any of that, which is pretty useful. But on this table there will be a book called Equilibrium, which is a spell tome, and this is the spell I have in my right hand now. And what you'll see is that using Equilibrium, an alteration spell, it drains your health. What you can't really see there is that by draining your health, it gives you a huge amount of magicka. I mean, look at this. Boom, full magicka. And essentially, you put you get a healing spell in one hand, Equilibrium in the other, start the healing spell off, and then use up and start Equilibrium. And you'll notice your health drains quite fast, but much slower, but your magic doesn't even move. This this damages you, so you can get restoration XP, so you only get restoration XP when you're actually healing against damage. If you just sit there on full health, healing will give you no bonuses. And so there we go. And you just effectively, it's quite a sort of grindy tactic, but it's a lot quicker than the standard way to do it. Another way to do restoration, it's a bit more dangerous because it involves finding mage enemies, is to use a ward to put up a ward every time they fire a magic projectile. But this requires quite a lot of wards come under restoration, but it requires a lot of magicka, so not really feasible early game. But here, all this requires you to have Equilibrium and the first healing spell that you pretty much get, and then wait till you've got a sliver of health, and then just let yourself heal it back out, and you'll never run out of magicka. And as long as you don't go too close to the edge, you shouldn't kill yourself, because it is possible to kill yourself. And it's a fairly fast way of leveling. I mean, I was practicing it earlier. I think I got about 10 levels in like half an hour, which isn't bad considering restoration is, even with the mage stone, 20% faster sort of mage skill level up. Still quite a long time. There we go, restoration increased to 44. I got it from about 32 to 44, which is not bad. And so that's pretty much that. So you guys get the gist. You don't really need to say any more. I'll just finish healing. Oh, there we go. Because of that, you never run out of magic, and you constantly are damaging yourself, so you've always got something to heal. Very good way to level. The next way to level this is sort of a combination of this, is the use of equilibrium and telekinesis to level alteration. Telekinesis is a very, very sort of powerful sort of spell. It can pull objects to you from great distances, great for sort of stealing stuff or just being a general dick. Quite useful. The main and every time you use it, it gives you an absolute shit ton of alteration XP, which is what we like to see. Then from there, but it also drains something like over 100 magicka a second, unless of course you get the sort of the perks to reduce it. See, even with half of its normal magicka, it costs 51 per second, so it's a very sort of magic intensive thing, which is why I use equilibrium in the other hand to fill up my magicka. Then when I get to low health, switch out, heal myself up again using the restoration leveling power leveling technique I just showed you, and that way you get alteration level and restoration up fairly quickly. There you go. Just hold the book in front of you, so you've got no magic, and fill up your magic. I'm just using a book, any object that lets you pick, that brings up any object that has a name in front of it, you can pick up. And look, bam, alteration leveled. And you'll notice alteration levels incredibly quickly while doing this. Just heal myself using the old sort of healing and then equilibrium to get the magicka, which is pretty useful. So this lets you level restoration and alteration, but you'll notice as soon as I start using teleportation again in a second, telekinesis, you'll notice that I'll probably level up again already, despite being, even though I just leveled to 51, bam, 52. It does give you an incredible amount of XP. I got from, let's have a look at my skills. Alteration wise, I was on about 22. In half an hour, I got about 30 levels. It's incredible. Half an hour to an hour, I'd say. I got about 30 levels. It is incredibly easy to power level, and there you go. And also, it is good. It's pretty much crucial to my anti-mage sort of build that I'm going for the Dragon Priests, thanks to magic resistance there and absorbing 30% of magic there, which together, putting 3 points into magic resistance and that gives you 60% resistance to magic, plus my let's see, resist magic 25%. Yeah, I will be rocking 85% resistance to magic, which then if I use my daily power of dragon skin, I will be immune to magic for 1 minute and also regain my magicka as long as they're hitting me with magic attacks, which is incredibly powerful. So there you go. A few people have requested sort of my build or setup, since playing mage in this game is actually surprisingly difficult, thanks to sort of creating an alchemy and enchanting loop, which I might make in a much later video when I've made a new character that lets you sort of smith armor and weapons that give you, will basically make you immune to damage and do something like 500 damage per hit with like an axe or a bow, whereas magic will always have a sort of a cap, depending, as long as, even on the most powerful spells, with 100 destruction, it will have a cap where you can loop enchanting and alchemy and smithing together. So there you go. It takes quite a lot of skill to magic, and it's pretty fun to play as a mage. I will see you guys in the next video, which I will be recording shortly. See ya.